Warm greetings from TNV Academy. Today in this session, we are going to discuss about ISO 15189-2012, which is Medical Laboratories Requirement for Quality and Competence. Before we start, let me tell you what all we will be discussing in this session point by point. During this session, we will be discussing what is ISO 15189 and why it is important. Who needs ISO 15189 and why this standard is mandatory? And what are the benefits of ISO 15189 accreditation? So let's begin our discussion and talk about what is ISO 15189 standard is all about and why it is important. ISO 15189-2012 is an international standard for medical laboratories. Laboratory accreditation helps labs develop quality management systems, assesses their competence, and ensures they are functioning in line with industry and legal standards. As part of your ISO 15189 accreditation process, you will create a document that explains how your laboratory can work to conform to each requirement to a high standard of quality. This handy document will provide each member of your team with instructions for performing the task to an ISO accredited standard. So now we will talk about who needs ISO 15189. Laboratory testing is incredibly important in the delivery of information-based healthcare outcomes. This is incredibly important in a world where decisions need to be driven by facts, science and data. Any medical laboratory that wants to deliver clinically relevant results that meet the highest ethical standard should become ISO 15189 accredited. Why ISO 15189 is mandatory? ISO 15189 accreditation is not mandatory in every jurisdiction, but it's worth checking your local regulations. Nevertheless, the importance of laboratory accreditation should never be overlooked, especially when you are dealing with public health. As part of your accreditation process, you will get your organization up to date with all the complex legal requirements that a medical laboratory must adhere to. With the ISO culture of continuous improvement, any changes to law or regulation will be implemented as part of your ongoing commitment to best practices. Let's talk about what are the benefits of ISO 15189 accreditation. There are many reasons why ISO 15189 is important. Here are some of the numerous benefits it offers to medical laboratories. The first one is risk reduction. When you structure your operation around best practice, your system will be more rigorous. Planning for and identifying any potential risk will help massively reduce them, especially in laboratories that deal with sensitive information, complicated equipment and matters pertaining to people's health. The second one is cost saving. By assuring results are technically valid, your laboratory will save costs associated with retesting. There will also be other cost-saving measures implemented across the standard as your efficiency increases. The third one is improved team morale. The standard works to reduce staff mistakes and other preventable errors. Your staff motivation won't only be improved by their demonstration of better performance, but also by you recognizing and promoting your staff technical competence. The fourth one is legally compliant. By implementing legislation and industry standards into your medical laboratory, ISO 15189 assures that your clinical services are safe, reliable and of good value. This conveys trust to stakeholders and decision makers who recognize and appreciate the commitment. Legal challenges will be less likely and if they do occur, you can ensure the framework will support you. The fifth one is continual improvement. Best practices won't start and end with your ISO 15189 certification. Through integrating his framework into the core of what you do, you will develop additional programs over time. The framework acts as a tool for measuring quality improvements and continually supporting consistency. The sixth one is globally recognized. Being a globally recognized standard not only has reputational benefits, For ISO 15189, global recognition is particularly pertinent. A series of multilateral mutual recognition arrangements within the International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation (ILAC) means that laboratories accredited to ISO 15189 will have their certificates and test reports accepted in over 80 countries around the world. This way your work can benefit medical health not just in your country but all over the globe. So we have now come to the conclusion of this session. In case you have any questions regarding what we have discussed today, then please put them in the comment section of the video and we will be really happy answering them. Till we meet next, it's best wishes from TNV Academy. Thank you.